Hello everyone, and welcome back to our deep dive into the saga of Oda Nobunaga. Today, we're retackling one of the most legendary confrontations of the entire Sengoku period. The clash between the Demon King, Oda Nobunaga, and the fearsome dragon of Echigo Uesugi Kenshin. This isn't just a battle. It's a collision of two titans, two completely different philosophies of war and leadership. So, who was Uesugi Kenshin? While Nobunaga was busy unifying central Japan, Kenshin was the undisputed master of the north. He was a devout Buddhist, a brilliant strategist, and was considered by many to be the living incarnation of Bishamonten, the god of war. His reputation was immense. Unlike many other daimyo who fought for land and power, Kenshin often fought for what he saw as righteousness, coming to the aid of weaker clans threatened by ambitious warlords like Takeda Shingen, his lifelong rival. For years, a direct conflict between Nobunaga and Kenshin was avoided. They had a common enemy in the Takeda clan, and their spheres of influence were mostly separate. But by 1576, the situation had changed dramatically. Nobunaga's power was spreading like wildfire. He had crushed the Ozai and Asokura clans, besieged the warrior monks of Mount Hiei, and was tightening his grip on the whole country. This relentless expansion started to alarm the other major powers, including Kyoto. The final straw came when the shogun Ashikaga Yoshiaki, whom Nobunaga had initially installed but later exiled, formally requested Kenshin's help to stop Nobunaga's ambition. An anti-Nobunaga coalition began to form, and at its head was the most dangerous warrior in Japan. Uesugi Kenshin, the dragon of Echigo, finally turned his eyes toward Kyoto, and standing in his way was the Oda army. In 1577, Kenshin launched his grand campaign, marching south into Kaga and Noto provinces. His goal was clear: to advance on the capital and challenge Nobunaga's supremacy. Nobunaga, recognizing the immense threat, dispatched his most trusted and brilliant general, Shibata Katsui, along with other top commanders like Maedatoshi and a young Toyotomi Hideyoshi, to intercept him. This set the stage for the legendary Battle of Tedragawa. Now, historical accounts of this battle are debated, but the traditional story is a masterclass in strategy by Kenshin. He arrived at the Todori River and saw the massive Oda army setting up camp on the opposite bank. The Oda forces were confident, perhaps overconfident, in their numerical superiority. They believed they could crush Kenshin in a straightforward battle, but Kenshin was no ordinary general. He was a master of deception. He sent a small force to feign a night attack on the Oda main camp, drawing their attention, while the Oda army was distracted. Kenshin secretly and silently moved the bulk of his forces to cross the river upstream under the cover of darkness. According to the Uesugi accounts, the Oda commanders, believing Kenshin was in disarray, decided to launch their own full-scale assault across the river. As the Oda samurai charged into the dark waters of the Todori, they were hit by a sudden, devastating surprise. Kenshin had ordered a nearby dam to be opened, unleashing a powerful torrent of water. Chaos erupted. The Oda warriors, caught midstream, were swept away by the current, their formations completely broken. And at that precise moment of vulnerability, Kenshin's elite cavalry, having already crossed the river, slammed into their flank. The Oda army, which had been so confident just hours before, was utterly routed. It was a stunning, decisive victory for Kenshin, a humiliating defeat for the Oda, and a testament to the dragon's tactical genius. The news of the defeat at Todorogawa sent shockwaves through Japan. For the first time, Nobunaga's seemingly unstoppable war machine had been decisively beaten. The anti-Nobunaga coalition was ecstatic. It seemed the tide was finally turning. Kenshin was now poised to march on Kyoto itself, and a final, epic showdown between him and Nobunaga seemed inevitable. Imagine that confrontation. Nobunaga with his revolutionary tactics and firearms against Kenshin with his traditional samurai honor and unrivaled cavalry. But then history took an unexpected turn. As Kenshin was preparing his forces for the next phase of the campaign in the spring of 1578, he suddenly fell ill. In a matter of days, the mighty dragon of Echigo was dead, likely from a stroke. Just like that, the greatest threat to Nobunaga's ambition vanished. Fate, it seemed, was on Nobunaga's side. With Kenshin's death, the Uesugi clan fell into a bitter succession dispute, and the anti-Nobunaga coalition crumbled. The duel of the century between Nobunaga and Kenshin never happened. Nobunaga was free to consolidate his power and continue his conquest of Japan, his path to unification now clearer than ever before. It remains one of the great what-ifs of Japanese history. What if Kenshin had lived? Could he have defeated Nobunaga and changed the course of the nation's destiny? We'll never know for sure, but the brief, intense rivalry between the Demon King and the Dragon of Echigo stands as a legendary chapter in the saga of the Sengoku period. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. It's a fascinating story of strategy, ambition, and the unpredictable nature of fate. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode in the saga of Oda Nobunaga. We'll see you next time.